What is up, Earth's mightiest subscribers? It's Blerd without fear. Welcome back to the channel. So today's video, I'm going to be talking about Wolverine number 35 by Benjamin Percy and Juan Jose Rip. This is the finale of the Weapons of X storyline, but I'm going to right now, if you're thinking that there's going to be some major culmination of all the events that Benjamin Percy has been leading up to since he kicked off the series initially, or that the character of Beast is going to finally get his comeuppance in this issue, I regret to inform you, none of that happens in this issue. It's not to say that Beast doesn't get any comeuppance whatsoever, but I'd be lying to you if I said that he was done. The Weapons of X storyline, as much as I kind of expected Beast to be put on the shelf for a little bit, and to be fair, he probably is going to be on the shelf for a little bit because he does get stabbed damn near half to death by Deadpool in this issue. He still gets away despite the fact that the Weapons of X program has been destroyed. All of the Beast clones have presumably been killed. Most of the Wolverine clones have been accounted for, but we'll get to that here in a moment. The real question that I wanted to answer today is why Wolverine is getting the heck out of Dodge and leaving Krakoa in the dust. Wolverine is exiling himself from Krakoa, and this is something that has been a long time coming, ever since the House of X era. One of the most vocal critics of Krakoa has been Wolverine. Now, to be fair, he has enjoyed aspects of Krakoa, but this is not just something that's only been relegated to the Wolverine series written by Benjamin Percy. We've seen this over in Benjamin Percy's X-Force series, as well as it being expressed in various issues of Jonathan Hickman's X-Men series, and pretty much anywhere else where Wolverine can be found. When he's out and about amongst his Avengers brethren, or any other superheroes or supervillains, whatever the case may be, yeah, sure, he doesn't really talk as much cash money shit about Krakoa because you just don't badmouth your friends in front of mixed company. The thing is, Wolverine's been harboring these emotions and feelings for quite some time, and I feel like while yes, the main idea of Wolverine wanting to get away from Krakoa is because it has dulled his edge, but the main key reason why he wants out is largely because of what he has witnessed the Quiet Council do and seen the direction the Quiet Council is willing to go, and how far the ideas of what mutant kind should be as a unified front going forward. He has seen the writing on the wall. He knows that it's screwed. Now, granted, by the time that we get to this particular point in the Wolverine series, the Hellfire Gala has not happened yet. This takes place before that issue. So none of the massive amount of mutants that have, Quotey Fingers disappeared or Quotey Fingers been killed, none of that has happened yet. Jean is still very much alive, and Orcus has yet to have won. In some of the previous issues of Wolverine leading up to this point, Wolverine has witnessed the Quiet Council look the other way when Beast has completely and utterly abused Wolverine on both physical, mental, and emotional levels, having killed Wolverine multiple times, using Wolverine himself as a weapon against the rest of the world, forcing him to kill indiscriminately at Beast's discretion, even going as far as to treating him no differently than he would an attack dog. And honestly, I've seen attack dogs treated better than Wolverine. I've seen junkyard dogs treated better than Beast had treated Wolverine over the course of the last, I would dare say, 7, 8, maybe even 10 issues of Wolverine as of late. Not only that, he repeatedly cloned Wolverine without his consent and was using those clones in much the same way as he was using Wolverine up to this point. And while all of this has been laid at the feet of the Quiet Council, all of Beast's sins have been laid bare before the Quiet Council, none of them wanted to do anything about it. They're like, oh no, we'll just let it go. Let him go run off and do his own thing. We're just gonna pretend we don't know about him. We're gonna take on plausible deniability. Just look the other way. Don't look at the man behind the curtain. Just focus on what's going on right here, right now, and enjoy what you have. Wolverine will not stand for that, and that is why ultimately he is leaving Krakoa, but he's also leaving Krakoa for another reason. It's because you have not clicked that like button. Not only have you not clicked the like button at this point in the video, but also you probably haven't even clicked subscribe or tap that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of the videos that I put out. And I'm gonna go into right now, if you do not at the very least click that like button and tap subscribe, Wolverine's probably never coming back to the X-Men. Hell, he'll probably go back to Alpha Flight. I'm not joking. Okay, well, maybe I am. But in all seriousness, I mentioned earlier that they had rounded up most of the Wolverine clones. Well, the amount that they didn't round up have left. They have fled from the Weapons of X base, the giant Krakoan Megazord that was also destroyed this issue. Those Wolverine clones, of which there are 3, mind you, 3 Wolverine clones who are unaccounted for, are in the wind, and we don't know whether they're going to be together or whether they have all split up. But whatever the case is, Wolverine has made it his personal mission to round up each and every one of those Wolverine clones. And the real question is going to be, what is he going to do with them when he finds them? More importantly, what are they going to be like when he finds them? As we know, the one thing that Beast had overlooked in regards to cloning all these Wolverines and using mind control on them, using the Krakoan dog collars to keep them docile, the thing that Beast never took into account was that their healing factor would heal their damaged minds, and eventually those Wolverine clones would become more like the genuine article. And we have seen over the course of the past 2 or 3 issues that each and every one of those Wolverine clones is learning. They're getting their memories back. They're beginning to talk the way Wolverine talks. They're beginning to act the way that Wolverine acts. So as Wolverine carries on over the course of his upcoming issues, as well as his upcoming interactions with the Ghost Rider, which are going to be taking place in another series also by Benjamin Percy, because for those who don't know, Benjamin Percy also writes Ghost Rider. And the upcoming Weapons of Vengeance crossover event is the culmination of a lot of the things that have been going on with Ghost Rider as of late, as he was searching for his brother Danny Ketch and discovering there was a whole conspiracy going on in the background where a shady woman was keeping his brother held hostage and turning him into essentially a Weapon X version of a Ghost Rider, on top of a litany of other things that were going on that are problematic that Johnny Blaze has had to deal with as of late. And something tells me that those Wolverine clones, while we may not necessarily see them in the Weapons of Vengeance story arc, I wouldn't be shocked if they did show up. While they're not advertised as such, that's a common thing with comics. They don't really tell you everything in the solicits. We don't know exactly if those Wolverine clones will show up, but something tells me if they do show up in that series, which, to be fair, just based on some of the things I have read in Benjamin Percy's Ghost Rider series, it almost seems like maybe that would be too much going on. But hey, it's a crossover event, you never know. But I think by the next time we do see those Wolverine clones, they will not be as simple-minded as we have seen them in the past, though they probably will be just a teensy-weensy bit. I think they're going to have a bit more agency. They're definitely going to probably have a lot more attitude, and probably in a lot of ways act the same way Wolverine used to before the Krakoan era. Now, what is going to be happening with Beast going forward? That is another story altogether. I think Beast, honestly, the best thing you could do with Beast, especially in this era where Orcus is one, I would like to say, is put him on the shelf and just let him chill for a little bit. I think Benjamin Percy could do worse things than that. But I have a sneaky suspicion with a power vacuum being left out there now that many of the Earth's mutants have disappeared and that Orcus is one, Beast might just use this opportunity to lick his wounds, if only for a little while before he comes back with a vengeance. He still has the Cerebro sword, and he very likely has other facilities like the one that was destroyed by X-Force. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, do the YouTube thing. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and make sure you tap that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of the videos that I put out. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video, and until next time, let me know what you thought about Wolverine number 35. Keep it plus ultra, and sound off in the comments.